Dangal English Wrestling competition is a 2016 Indian Hindi language biographical sports drama film directed by Nitesh Tiwari. It stars Aamir Khan as Mahavir Singh Phogat, who taught wrestling to his daughters Geeta Phogat and Babita Kumari. The former is India's first female wrestler to win at the 2010 Commonwealth Games, where she won the gold medal, 55 kilograms. Her sister Babita Kumari won the silver, 51 kilograms. The music for Dangal was composed by Pritam, while the lyrics were written by Amitabh Bhattacharya. Kripa Shankar Bishnoi, a coach with the Indian women's wrestling team, trained Aamir Khan and the entire crew for the wrestling sequences. Released worldwide on the 23rd of December 2016, Dangal opened to positive response with critics mostly praising the honest portrayal of a real-life story and Khan's performance. At the 62nd Filmfare Awards, it won 4 awards, including Best Film, Best Director, Tiwari, Best Action, Shyam, and Best Actor, Khan. It performed equally well commercially and having collected over 1,100 rupees crore, as of the 14th of May 2017, stands as the second highest grossing Indian film. It made more box office collections in China than its country of home production, where it grossed 702 million yen, $101.8 million. It is currently the 50th highest grossing movie in China and highest grossing non-Hollywood foreign film ever. Plot edit Mahavir Singh Phogat is an amateur wrestler who was forced to give up wrestling in order to obtain gainful employment. He was unable to win a gold medal for India and vows that his son will. He is disappointed when his wife gives birth to 4 daughters. He gives up his dream thinking that girls cannot wrestle and should only be taught household chores. But when his older daughters, Geeta and Babita, come home after beating up 2 boys in response to derogatory comments, Mahavir Singh realizes his daughters have the potential to become wrestlers. Mahavir begins coaching Geeta and Babita in wrestling. His methods seem harsh, including grueling early morning workouts and short haircuts to avoid lice. Initially, the girls resent their father for his treatment, but they soon realize that their father wants them to have a future and not grow up to be stereotypical housewives. The girls become motivated and willingly participate in Mahavir's coaching. Mahavir takes the girls to wrestling tournaments. Geeta and Babita wrestle boys and defeat them, much to everyone's utter surprise. Geeta eventually wins the junior nationals and goes to an institute in Patiala for further training so that she can participate in the Commonwealth Games. Geeta makes friends at the institute and begins to disregard the rigor and discipline she has been brought up with. She regularly watches TV, eats street food, and grows her hair longer. Her coach's training differs significantly from her father's techniques. Geeta believes her coach's techniques are better and that Mahavir's techniques are outdated. On a visit home, she is determined to show her father she can wrestle well without his techniques. This leads to a ferocious bout between Geeta and Mahavir. Mahavir loses against Geeta due to his age. Babita tells Geeta that she shouldn't forget her father's techniques and reminds her that it is because of their father that she is where she is now. Babita soon follows Geeta to the institute. Geeta finds herself losing every match as she wasn't following her father's techniques and had lost the singular focus she initially had, painting her nails and growing her hair long. Realizing her error, and coaxed by Babita, Geeta tearfully makes peace with her father. Mahavir comes to Patiala with the girl's cousin, their former sparring partner, and begins coaching Geeta and Babita secretly, using the same methods as when they were younger. Their coach comes to know about this and is furious with Mahavir's interference and wants to expel them both from the institution, but a deal is struck to allow them to continue as long as Mahavir does not enter the institution or train them elsewhere. Determined to continue assisting his daughters, Mahavir obtains tapes of Geeta's previous unsuccessful bouts and coaches her by pointing out her errors over the phone. During Geeta's bouts in the Commonwealth Games, Mahavir constantly contradicts her coach's instructions while sitting in the audience. Geeta disregards her coach and follows her father's instructions and wins every bout. Just before the final bout, Geeta's jealous coach conspires to lock Mahavir in a closet far away from the arena. Due to her father's absence, Geeta starts lagging behind in the bout where she manages to win the first round but loses the second. It's the final round and the score is 4-1 where Geeta is down. In the final seconds of the round, Geeta becomes desperate to win points but loses another instead. Now, the score is 5-1. Only a quarter of the final minute is left, and now, Geeta starts recalling her father's teachings. She recalls her father talking about a 5-pointer suplex back maneuver when she was young. Mahavir said that the suplex is difficult but can be applied. She also recalls her father saying that one has to play with the opponent's mind. Mahavir said that one has to show something and do something else. Combining these two teachings, Geeta executes a suplex on her opponent in the final 3 seconds, leading to a score of 6-5, Geeta being up, and becomes the first Indian female wrestler to win gold. Mahavir returns just in time to embrace his daughters, frustrating the coach's hopes of obtaining credit before the news media. The end credits reveal that Babita also won a silver medal in wrestling at the Commonwealth Games in 2014. Geeta became the first Indian female wrestler to qualify for the Olympics, and Mahavir's efforts inspired dozens of Indian women to participate in wrestling. Casted it Aamir Khan as Mahavir Singh Phogat. Sakshi Tanwar as Daya Shobha Kaur, wife of Mahavir Singh Phogat. Fatima San Ashik as Geeta Phogat, daughter of Mahavir Singh Phogat. Zahira Wasim as young Geeta. Sanya Malhotra as Babita Kumari, daughter of Mahavir Singh Phogat. Sahani Bhatnagar as young Babita. Apar Shakti Khurana as Omkara. Ritwik Sahor as young Omkara. Vivan Bhatena as Mahavir's colleague and a state-level champion. Kaustubh Payal as male fighter number 2. Girish Kulkarni as coach Pramod Kadam. Rohit Shankarwar. Meenu Prajapati as Geeta's best friend in NSA camp. Production edit development edit In 2012, Divya Rao, a member of Disney's creative team, read an article in a newspaper about Mahavir Singh Phogat, who trained his daughters to become world-class champions. She thought this would make for a great film, and spoke about this to Siddharth Roy Kapoor and other Disney personnel. Disney approached Nitesh Tiwari to write and direct the story. Tiwari met Mahavir Singh Phogat and his daughters, who instantly agreed to tell the story. In 2013, Siddharth Roy Kapoor and Nitesh Tiwari went to Aamir Khan with the story, and Khan loved it in its first narration. Khan had just finished Doom 3 and started shooting for PK. Khan wanted to do the film after 5 to 10 years when he would be turning 60, because the script of the film demanded Khan to be 55 years old and he was still doing younger roles. But somewhere the story remained in his mind. After a few months he called up Nitesh Tiwari and asked him to narrate the script once again. In 2014, after the release of PK, Aamir Khan announced that he would play the role of a wrestler in his next film titled Dangal, directed by Nitesh Tiwari, a cinematographic biography of the former wrestler Mahavir Singh Phogat. It would be produced by Khan himself and Disney's India. Khan said to reporters, "Nitesh has written a wonderful story. The topic is very important, it's very dramatic. It highlights the discrimination that is meted out to the girl child in India. The best part is that he has done it in a very entertaining manner. The heart of the story is emotional, but it also has a lot of humor. Raju Hirani has this unique way to tell a story where he says something socially very relevant but he tells his story in a very entertaining manner." Similarly, Nitesh has written a very entertaining, lovely script. The dialogues are very entertaining. Each time I listen to the dialogues, I laugh a lot. I cry as well as laugh. In March 2015, junior Indian women's wrestling team coach Kripa Shankar Patel Bishnoi was approached by Aamir Khan Productions to train Khan and the entire crew of Dangal. Bishnoi said about the film in a Hindustan Times interview, "Very few Indians encourage women for wrestling, especially because of the uniform. This film will change that perception too. People would hopefully want to see their daughters taking up wrestling as a sport." Khan lost some weight and took Haryanva lessons and dialect training for the film. He played 2 distinct roles in the film, the 60-year-old wrestler Mahavir Singh Phogat, and the 20-year-old version of Phogat. Khan reportedly gained 30 kilograms and weighs 98 kilograms to play the role of the older Phogat, then lost the weight to play the younger role in Dangal. Casting date In March 2015, Taapsee Pannu, Diksha Seth and Akshara Hassan were being considered for the roles of Khan's on-screen daughters. In April 2015, Fatima San Ashik and Sanya Malhotra were cast as the daughters, who hailed from the Jat community of Balalai village of Bhiwani, Haryana. Geeta Phogat had participated in the London Olympics in 2012. Babita won gold in 2014 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. In June 2015, child actors Zahira Wasim, from Kashmir, and Sahani Bhatnagar, from Delhi, were roped in for Dangal. Ayushman Khurrana's brother Apar Shakti Khurrana was also cast. Mukesh Chabra was the casting director of Dangal. Vikram Singh was recruited to play the role of the villain. Aamir Khan's nephew Pablo, son of Mansoor Khan, was the film's assistant director. Malika Sherwood auditioned for a role. In August 2015, Rajkumar Rao, who previously worked with Aamir Khan in Talash, was approached for an important role in Dangal. Finally, after auditioning 70 actresses for the role, Sakshi Tanwar was brought on as Daya Kaur, the wife of Mahavir Singh Phogat. Ananya was chosen to play Sangeeta, the youngest daughter of Mahavir Phogat. In October 2015, Vivan Bhatena was selected to play a negative role in the film. In an interview in January 2017, Divya Rao stated, if Aamir Khan have declined the role, the only other choices would have been Mohan Lal and Kamal Haasan. Filming date The shooting schedule of Dangal began on the 1st of September 2015. The villages of Ludhiana were given a Haryanva transformation. The shooting took place in the villages of Gujarwal, Narangwal, Kila Raipur, Dango and Leel in Punjab and Haryana. Interestingly, the village of Dango, which is in the Pakawal Tehsil in Ludhiana, is veteran actor Dharmendra's ancestral village. From September 2015 to December 2015, Aamir Khan gained 9 fat, weighing around 98 kilograms for Dangal, and from January 2016 to April 2016, he regained the shape that he had opted for in Doom 3 and will hear the script for next future films, halting shooting of Dangal for said period. The first scene was taken on the 21st of September 2015 in Ludhiana with the presences of Mahavir Singh Phogat and his both daughters Geeta Phogat, Babita Kumari. On the 14th of November 2015, while shooting in Ludhiana, Khan suffered minor injuries resulting in muscle spasms in his back. On November 20, 2015, Khan collapsed after sustaining a shoulder injury on the set. After suffering an injury, Aamir Khan resumes shooting in Pune on the 9th of December 2015. The team filmed in and around stadiums at the Shri Shiv Chhatrapati Sports Complex in Pune. At the time, the complex hosted the 2015 Rollerball World Cup, and athletes of the Netherlands national rollerball team and Slovenia women's national rollerball team were recruited to play background athletes in the film. The team also shot some portions of the film in Symbiosis International University, Pune. On the 19th of January 2016, Khan and the entire crew of the film shot in Delhi, at Talkatore Stadium, to film wrestling sequences. The crew then moved to Thiagaraj Stadium to shoot sequences of Commonwealth Games and National Games. The first schedule of shooting was also done in schools and in Dango village, located in Pakawal Tehsil in Ludhiana. The second schedule of the film started on the 16th of June 2016 at the Akada Leel near Tusa village, in Ludhiana district. It is one of the largest villages in Punjab, India. Khan said, when I came to Ludhiana, I was very fat. At that time, we shot for the scenes where Mahavir has become old. 85% of the film is about his old look only. Now we are shooting for the portion when Mahavir was young, with the film being set in multiple decades. The cinematographer Satyajit Pand and colorist Ashir Wadhadkar experimented with a number of tests for skin tones and costumes during the pre-production stage. Natural light was majorly employed in the film. To portray the 1980s, the sources were kept white hot and the skin tones yellow warm for the day sequences, and a consistent bulb warm tone was maintained for the night sequences, with varying color temperatures in the process of filming over an entire day starting early mornings till late evenings. Visual effects plates were used and digital intermediate process employed. Release date Dangal was released in the United States on the 21st of December 2016 and worldwide on the 23rd of December 2016. The film was shown on an estimated 4,300 screens in India and 1,000 screens internationally. It was also released in Tamil and Telugu dubbed versions as Yuddam. It was declared tax-free in 6 Indian states, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Haryana, Chhattisgarh, Delhi and Madhya Pradesh, to promote Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, a government of India's social campaign aiming to reduce the selective abortion of females, to protect girls, and to educate them. Dangal was screened at the 7th Beijing International Film Festival, the first Indian film to be screened the festival, in the non-competing panorama section in April 2017 as Shuai Jao Baba, Let's Wrestle, Father, and received a standing ovation. It released theatrically on the 5th of May in 9,000 screens, the widest ever release for an Indian film in any territory, and opened to overwhelming response from critics and audiences alike. However, the film was trimmed by 20 minutes to be in line with what the Chinese are used to. Critical reception edit Review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes reports that the film holds an 83 approval rating, based on 6 reviews, with an average score of 7.3/10. On the Chinese website Douban, it maintains a rating of 9.2/10 upon evaluation of over 200,000 people. Meena Iyer of the Times of India rated 4.5/5 stars, saying the film is bound to inspire more women to seriously consider kushti as a sport. Iyer further said that the film has an earthy soundtrack. Rohit Vats of Hindustan Times rated 4/5 stars, saying, this could be Aamir Khan's best performance till date. Shubhra Gupta of the Indian Express rated 3/5 stars, saying that was crucial for us to believe in this film, which borrows several elements from the real life. Gupta added, it could have been made more polished than required. Sable Chatterjee of NDTV rated 4/5 stars, saying a hugely entertaining sporting saga that works simply as a piece of good old storytelling. Ananya Bhattacharya of India Today rated 4/5 stars, saying Dangal is a crowd pleaser. It has stellar performances and an engaging storytelling. She added, music is used as a narrating device, and the songs don't affect the pace. Rohit Bhatnagar of Deccan Chronicle awarded full 5 stars, saying Dangal is the best feast on this Christmas and one can't deny that the film is the best one of 2016. Raja Sen and Sukanya Verma of Rediff.com respectively rated 4.5, 5 and 4/5 stars, saying Dangal teaches us where rainbows lie in wrestling. Watch this film for the way it puts the her in hero, and Tiwari invests a great deal of time and energy in telling the magnificent real-life tale of the Phogats. Aniruddha Gua of mensxp.com awarded 4/5 stars, and praised the film craft of the wrestling scenes in particular. The wrestling matches are beautifully choreographed and shot. Dangal has moments of greatness and the aura of a classic, even though its lofty ambitions aren't always matched with the consistency demanded from a true epic. Yet, there's enough craftiness packed in its 160-minute runtime to win you over. Mike McCahill of The Guardian rated 3/5 stars and said, very solid, very sound entertainment, with thumpingly good songs. Ben Kenigsberg of The New York Times commented that the film is formulaic as sports films go, but that the movie benefits from the amount of time it devotes to wrestling strategy. Nandini Ramnath of Scroll.in in giving her verdict on the film says that, Dangal is a chronicle of the industriousness, perseverance and personal sacrifice that produce sporting champions, but it is above all a tribute to obsession. Every age produces the cinema it deserves, and with its insistence on absolute obedience to an authoritarian figure, Dangal is inadvertently a reflection of our times. Daddy truly does know best, and Dangal harbors no doubt whatsoever that his daughters are wise not to question him. Bharadwaj Rangan of The Hindu noted in his personal blog that Aamir is essentially playing an anti-hero, a madman. It's strange that a man who recognizes the unfairness of not being granted leave to train his daughter is unable to see that he's doing what other men around him are doing. He's marrying his daughter off, at a very young age, to a sport. Aamir brings out these contradictions beautifully. This is one of his finest performances. Azad Essa, a journalist with Al Jazeera South Africa and co-founder of the Daily Vox, observed that given the influence of Bollywood to tweak with the national imagination, the film is set to stir a national discussion in India. The elevation of women is still a manifestation of an unfulfilled male dream. It is the male coach who emerges as the true hero, and not the women. Tanyal Thakur of TheWire.in praises the movie for a brilliant first half, that, Dangal cares about the world it's set in, achieving much by trying little. Mahavir training her daughters, are more about how life is lived, as opposed to how it should be, how one lack of choice can be better than the other. There's very little sermonizing here, and as a result, the first half of Dangal with its sharp writing, impressive acting, smart editing and cinematography, makes for a satisfying watch. But he also criticizes the movie for a repetitive and bloated second half. The film then devotes a substantial amount of runtime in showing how Mahavir was right all along. Dangal's fixated on convincing us that Mahavir can never be wrong, that the problem is always with Geeta. It's a strange implication, underscored in scene after scene, that Geeta is nothing without her father, a man. Box office seated Dangal grossed 716 rupees crore after its initial run. It included 511 rupees crore in India and 205 rupees crore overseas. After it collected a net of 345 rupees crore over its third weekend from release, it beat the record held by PK for the highest grossing Indian film. Domestic seated Dangal collected 29 rupees and 80 paise crore on its opening day of release in India, and recorded as the second highest non-holiday opening after Doom 3. On its second day, the film collected 348 million rupees, $5.4 million, and on the third day collections were 424 million rupees, $6.6 million, taking the first weekend collections to 1.07 billion rupees, $17 million. On the 9th of January 2017, Dangal became the highest-grossing Indian film domestically, beating Aamir Khan's previous film PK. It grossed a total of $58.1 million, 512 rupees crore, in all languages in India. Overseas Deadline.com reported that Dangal would open in 331 North American screens, the hitherto highest for a Bollywood film, on the 21st of December 2016. Releasing in 279 theaters in the United States, it collected $282,280 and $42,816 from 24 theaters in Canada on the first day. An overall occupancy of 65% was reported. It grossed $12.4 million in North America, becoming the highest-grossing Indian film there, to be surpassed only months later by Bahubali 2. The conclusion. Dangal was released in 95 screens across the Gulf countries and was last reported to have collected 59 rupees and 4 crore from the region. It also received the highest opening in Australia for a Bollywood film, 41 screens, and collected $528,000 in its first weekend, opening at second spot, behind Rogue One. Having collected over 12 rupees and 65 crore in the country, it became the highest-grossing Indian film there. It collected $460,000, 2 rupees and 98 crore in New Zealand and was last reported to have collected $4 million, 25 rupees and 78 crore in the UK. Upon theatrical release in Taiwan, it collected $3 million and emerged as the #1 film there. In China, it became the highest-grossing Indian film, after grossing $14.5 million in just 4 days from theatrical release. The collections totaled to 300 rupees crore after collecting 88 rupees crore on day 9 from release, taking the overall collections past 1,000 rupees crore, becoming only the second Indian film to reach the mark. In its second week, it emerged as the #1 film in the country, outselling Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 by $15 million according to China's film ticketing portal Maoyan, with collections totaling to over $84 million, 544 rupees crore, by the end of 15 days. In the process, it beat the record held by the 2016 Japanese film Your Name for the highest-grossing foreign-language non-Hollywood film in China. Soundtrack to The film's music is composed by Pritam. Lyrics are penned by Amitabh Bhattacharya in Hindi, and Rajesh Malaravan in Tamil. It was reported that Dalar Mehndi has sung a song in the movie. Hindi track listed at Tamil track listed at Telugu track listed at See also edit Phogat Sisters, the sibling group upon which the film was based. List of Bollywood films of 2016. List of highest grossing Indian films. Notes edit references did external links edit Dangal at the Internet Movie Database. Dangal at Box Office Mojo. Dangal at Bollywood Hungama. Dangal at Rotten Tomatoes.